Today, Dong Fu invites you to delve deeper into the Dhammapada, the 28th verse from the Buddhist scriptures on the YouTube channel Tien Thai in USA. Just as one upon the summit of a mountain beholds the groundlings, even so when the wise man casts away heedlessness by heedfulness and ascends the high tower of wisdom, this sorrowless sage beholds the sorrowing and foolish multitude. Let us begin gently. When we look deeply into this verse, we find not just poetic beauty, but a practical teaching for the path of awakening. The image of a mountain is not accidental. It is symbolic of inner elevation, of perspective, of vision. The one who climbs to the top is not necessarily running away from the world, but is instead learning how to see the world clearly. The summit is not about physical height, but spiritual clarity. From up high, the noise becomes soft. The shapes of the world become simpler. The complexities lose their grip, and the heart becomes still. To ascend the tower of wisdom means to step out of heedlessness, out of sleepwalking through life, out of the whirlpools of craving and fear, and step into awareness, into wakefulness, into the gentle strength of mindfulness. The foolish multitude are not bad people. They are simply those who are not yet seeing clearly. They are still lost in their pain, their reactions, their busyness. But the sage, the one who has learned to live heedfully, sees them, not with disdain, but with deep compassion, because he was once one of them. To be heedless means to forget the truth of impermanence, to chase things that cannot last, to depend on things that cannot stay. We become angry when we expect people to always act according to our preferences. We become sad when we think success or failure defines our worth. We become fearful when we think loss is the end. But to be heedful is to remember, moment by moment, the breath, the body, the impermanent nature of all things. The Tower of Wisdom is not built overnight. It is not built from books alone. It is not built through status, or age, or titles. It is built brick by brick, with every moment of mindfulness, every act of compassion, every choice to pause and see clearly. Each morning when we wake up and take a mindful breath, we are laying a stone in that tower. Each time we respond with patience instead of anger, we are climbing another step. Each time we remember that this too shall pass, we ascend higher. And as we ascend, we begin to see more. We see others still running in circles. We see people suffering because they are clinging, because they are resisting, because they are distracted, because they forget. And instead of judging, the wise simply breathe and extend compassion. The sorrowless sage does not become indifferent to sorrow. Rather, he has understood its nature. He has seen that sorrow comes from misunderstanding the nature of reality. There is no permanent sorrow, just as there is no permanent joy. There is only the arising and passing of mental states, thoughts, emotions, perceptions. The mountain is not a place we escape to. It is a place we become. We can carry that mountain within us, even while living in a city, raising a family, working a job. Heedfulness means we do not waste this life. Heedfulness means we do not wait for the perfect moment to practice. Heedfulness means we understand that every moment is the doorway to awakening. The wise are not rare because the path is hidden. The wise are rare because few choose to walk it with consistency. But you can choose. Right now, you can begin again. To be heedful means to breathe, to return, to notice, to stop running, to stop escaping, and little by little, you will begin to see with clearer eyes, to love with a more open heart, to live with a calmer mind, and then you will see the same things others see, but with new understanding. This is the gift of the Tower of Wisdom, not escape, but vision, not isolation, but spacious presence. You will look at the world, not from above in pride, but from within in peace. You will see the same sorrow, but with eyes that do not fear. And you will remember that there are no others. Only us. Only one shared human journey. And so you will keep walking. Gently, mindfully, compassionately. You will not rush. But you will not stop. You will live. Heedfully. The high tower of wisdom is the internal peak built on our commitment to truth, to mindfulness, to presence. We do not rise by stepping on others, but by letting go of what weighs us down. Anger, resentment, craving, all these are stones in our backpack. When we release them, we rise. The view from the summit is not an achievement to boast. It is a gift to share. It brings a quiet joy, a peace that no circumstance can steal. On this tower, there are no walls, only windows. We see all beings moving through life with fear, with joy, with confusion, with wonder. And we know we are all the same. And so we bless them silently. We walk with the suffering, not because we have to, but because our hearts naturally incline toward easing the pain of others. This is the essence of compassion born from wisdom. You don't need to wait until you're perfect to help others. You just need to be honest, present, open. You can begin your climb wherever you are. There is no need to find a mountain, because the climb happens inside, one breath at a time, one act of kindness at a time, one moment of remembering. Let us keep our steps steady. Let us keep our vision clear. Let us live each moment as a prayer, as a seed of awakening. Let us not be discouraged by setbacks. Each slip is part of the journey. Each fall is a chance to rise with more understanding, more humility, more courage. And slowly, as the days pass, the tower rises, not with noise, but with silence, not with pride, but with gratitude. And when we reach a certain point, we no longer fear falling, because we know the ground is not far. And we know how to rise again. This is the freedom of the wise. This is the clarity of the awakened. This is the peace of the sorrowless sage. May we all walk this path. May we all build our tower. May we all see clearly and love deeply. When you look out from the height of wisdom, what do you see? You see the river of birth and death flowing endlessly, carrying countless beings along, chasing forms and shadows, forgetting their source, forgetting their stillness. And so from that height, you don't feel superior. You feel responsible. You feel called to guide with your heart, not with noise, but with presence, not with speeches, but with the silent clarity of being. This is the true offering of the wise. Not doctrine, but example. Not demand, but invitation. And still the climb continues. Each moment offers new ground to cover, new levels of letting go, new spaces of silence to dwell in. Even when the tower is tall, we do not cling to it. We keep going. We keep softening until even the tower dissolves. And there is only space, only freedom, only awareness. And in this freedom, there is no loneliness, because the wise are never alone. Their very presence calls forth the awakening of others, silently, naturally, just as the moon does not shout but shines. The sage needs no claim or praise. They simply live. And we too, in our own way, can begin to live like this. Not later, but now. This is your path. This is your chance. Not just to ascend, but to illuminate. May the seed of heedfulness grow in your heart. May your steps be steady and your breath be kind. May your mind be clear and your love be wide. May you walk the mountain path with courage. May you pause often, smile often, and trust in the gentle unfolding of the journey. This is not the end. It is a beginning. But we continue still, for wisdom has no boundary, and mindfulness knows no finish line. Let us now walk further into the silence and clarity of the awakened path. Heedfulness is not something we practice once and forget. It is like the breath, something we return to, again and again. Even great sages remind themselves daily to stay present, to watch the mind, to soften the heart, to guard the senses. So how do we protect this tower of wisdom once it rises in us? We protect it not with walls, but with wakefulness. We protect it by remaining aware of the small things. The tone of voice we use, the way we listen, the thoughts we allow to linger, the moments when we close down and the moments when we open. Awareness is the key that unlocks all doors. With awareness, we see suffering before it becomes overwhelming. With awareness, we notice anger when it's just a spark, not yet a fire. With awareness, we choose silence when speech would harm, and words of love when silence would isolate. The sage does not control the world. The sage does not control people. But the sage learns to observe the inner world with care. And from that stillness, right actions arise. There are days when the world will feel heavy, and you may feel as though the mountain is too steep. But remember, even a small step on the path is progress. Even a single moment of true mindfulness can water seeds of liberation within you. Let us speak gently to ourselves. Let us not rush our transformation. The tower is built slowly, mindfully, with great love. Do not compare your height with others. Each of us walks a unique path, carrying unique burdens, facing unique winds. But the wind that pushes you today may be the very wind that lifts your wings tomorrow. And even the sages, even the Buddhas, once walked as we do now. They stumbled, they doubted, but they did not stop. To look down from the mountain is not to look down in judgment. It is to see the suffering of beings as a whole, and vow silently to help them find their way. Not by pulling them, but by lighting the path. The path is not about reaching a place. It is about becoming the space where peace can grow, where others may rest, where even the weary can remember their own light. We become the mountain not by climbing higher than others, but by sinking our roots deep in compassion and clarity. From the tower of wisdom, we begin to hear not just the cries of suffering, but also the songs of awakening. We hear the small joys in people's voices, the subtle kindness in their eyes, the courage in their quiet struggles, and we bow to them all. Each being carries a seed of Buddha nature. Each heart is a temple of becoming. Let us live in such a way that others feel safer. Let us speak in such a way that others feel heard. Let us breathe in such a way that the world feels a little calmer. If we fall into forgetfulness, we return. If we feel lost, we pause. If we feel overwhelmed, we simplify. This is the art of heedfulness. To respond instead of react. To choose instead of drift. To bless instead of blame. When we rise in wisdom, we do not rise alone. We carry with us our ancestors, our teachers, our friends, and even our enemies, all teaching us how to let go, how to love. The mountain gives us vision, but it also gives us humility. From that height, we see the interconnectedness of all life. We see that even a single act of compassion ripples outward endlessly. And so we walk, one step, one breath, one prayer of awareness. Heedfulness is not a practice of pressure, but a practice of presence. It is the gentle returning again and again to this moment, to this body, to this heart. No one can climb your mountain for you, but everyone benefits when you climb. And when you stand in silence at the summit of your own understanding, may you look out not with pride, but with peace, not with superiority, but with service. This is not the end. It is the deepening. And in this deepening, may you become a light, soft, steady, like the moon in the night sky. Thank you for watching my video. Namo Amitabha. I wish to bring this merit towards all disciples and sentient beings, all of whom will attain Buddhahood. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to review the short sermons of the Buddha. Thank you for listening to the Dharma. Thank you for watching my video. Namo Amitabha. I wish to bring this merit towards all disciples and sentient beings, all of whom will attain Buddhahood. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to review the short sermons of the Buddha. Thank you for listening to the Dharma.